Got some friends round? Make sure you know which is your glass. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is LJ, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to play with some resin and we're going to make some wine glass charms. Now if you don't know, wine glass charms are little rings that sit around the bottom of your wine glass, or in my case my cup handle because I don't drink wine, to identify your glass in a room full of people at a party, for example, or a barbecue or what have you. So I have these really cute silver plated 4-leaf clovers, and I'm just sticking them to some tape. You can buy special tape for this, but I find sellotape works fine. I've just got this thick packing tape, and then all I'm doing, using a paintbrush, I'm just pushing it down so that there is a seal created between the bezel and the tape, and then I'm going to fill these with resin. And I have UV resin, and when you make UV resin and you mix it with a colour, sometimes you have to mix quite a large batch because you have to only have less than 10% of the colourant. So if you want quite a vibrant colour, you need to mix a fair amount of resin. So what I have is I have these little pots, and I mix up the coloured resin and I leave them in these pots because they're opaque. The sun doesn't get to them, so the UV resin doesn't cure. And then I've just put a little dot on the top of each one so I just know the colour, and that is how I store my UV resin, just so that I don't waste any and that it doesn't cure while I'm waiting. So I'm going to start off with the blue, and I have these small silicone brushes, as you can see, and all I'm going to do is pick up some resin from my pot and drop it into each section of our 4-leaf clover. Now you want to do this slowly. As you can see, I'm just putting one drop in each section and then going back to it. You don't want to overflow this. If you overflow this, you will lose, you'll lose the shape and the design of it. You'll end up just with a blue blob, but also you will end up with it going everywhere, and you really don't want that. You don't want it on the outside of your bezel because it will ruin it. Once I've done that, I'm just going to flash cure it with my torch. All that means is I cure it under a small UV light for about 20 seconds to just stop it being quite as runny. It's not fully cured yet by any means. Move on to the next one. So I'm going to do the pink one now. Exactly the same process. Pick up a little bit, drop it in, move on to the next section. You do not want to overfill these if you want to keep the nice effect. So on the front of these there is a slight dip in each section because resin will shrink as it cures, and so you fill it to the top, it shrinks ever slightly, and you get this really nice look of the clover leaves that's slightly curved. So I'm just going to go through and do this for each colour really. Now obviously traditionally 4-leaf clovers are green, but you can do this any colour you like, and when you are doing wine charms you want something to differentiate each glass from the next. So for some, I know when I did Christmas ones, I did everything with red and green beads, and then each one had a different Christmas charm on it. For this one, I'm going to do different coloured 4-leaf clovers. So you can personalise these in any way you like. You could go traditional and have them all green and change the colour of beads, or add an extra charm to make it identifiable. But I thought I would just have a go at trying some non-traditional colours for my 4-leaf clovers, and you know, I actually really like them. I think they're a really good look. Don't worry, I do some green as well for those of you who are more traditional. So we've got a blue, a pink, a red, a yellow, a white, a purple obviously, and then the last 4 I did green. So I did 3 that were fairly light and 1 that was just a little bit darker, just to see the comparison. After each one I am slightly flash curing it with my torch. I'm just not showing you that step. And then once they are all complete, I am going to put them under my large UV lamp. It's just a nail lamp. You can get these on Amazon, eBay, wherever you need them, or you could just leave these out in the sunlight. I have cats, and no matter what I do, there is always cat fur on me. So I don't like to let my things cure out in the air, because cat fur from my clothes will get onto them. Obviously my cats are nowhere near them, but I am covered in cat fur, so therefore my projects might be. Once they have cured, I turn the tape over to cure it from the other side. UV resin you want to cure as solidly as you can, so I tend to just flip it over and cure the back before I take it off the tape. Once I take it off the tape, if there is a tacky back, which you do sometimes get depending on the tape you use, then I just do a layer of clear UV resin on the back. For these ones I didn't need to, my tape didn't leave any resin. I think the flash curing helped. Be cured for maybe 5 minutes under the lamp in total. So for each one I'm adding a jump ring so that we can attach them to our wine glass charms. So each one just gets a little jump ring attached to it. Please open your jump rings sideways. Do not pull the edges of the circle apart because you will distort and break it. Then I picked out some blue beads to match, so I've got 4 small ones and 2 large ones. Now this is the wine charm. It's just a circle with a lock mechanism, and all you do is you want to just straighten that edge piece. Don't go too quickly because you may snap it. This is thin wire. Once you have straightened it, see if your beads will go on. They wouldn't, so I just switched it for the small ones. I've put 3 beads on, then the 4-leaf clover, then 3 more beads. Kept dropping these ones. These were tiny and very fiddly. They kept going everywhere. So I'm just going to thread them on, and then all I'm going to do with my pliers is that piece that was sticking up that we straightened. I'm just going to stand it back up again, and there is our charm complete. I'll show you again with the yellow one. So for the yellow one I've done a large yellow and 2 gold that are smaller, then my clover, and then I'm going to do another 2 small gold beads and 1 large yellow. You can do any bead combination you like. If you look, my green one has 4 medium-sized beads. My white one has 1 large and 1 small on each side. It's totally up to you. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys, we are back. So these are our finished wine glass charms with our shamrocks. I do have the red one and a few other greens that I'd made, so you could have done a whole collection of green ones. I just wanted to use a variety of different sized beads. The reason I swapped the red one out was because these beads did not want to thread nicely onto the ring, and you want beads that move. Like, you don't want your beads to be so tight that you can't thread them easily around the loop. So yeah, oh, I just need to fix that one a second. That's not gonna stay done up. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, I do buy my rings pre-done, but you can easily make your own. All you need to do is create a loop like you would if you're making a pin, an eye pin, and then just wrap it in circular motion and clip up the end so that it will clock through. But these are then really simple to open and put around your wine glass. And yeah, they've all got slightly different beading. You could of course do exactly the same. So obviously I've got a larger blue, so we could have done all the same with smaller than larger or larger than smaller, whichever way around you want to do it. Depends on which beads you've got and which design you like the best. But yeah, there are my 6-piece of charms for wine glass charms. I really love these shamrocks. I just think they're beautiful as whatever you make, earrings, necklace, keyring, like they're all just stunning. I just love these little shamrocks, these 4-leaf clovers, whatever you want to refer to them as. I want to refer to them as 4-leaf clovers because that is their name, but I keep messing it up. Work perfectly for St. Patrick's Day, for sending some luck, some love, or anything like that all year round. They are just beautiful. Let me know which is your favourite colour. I will pop the red back in so you can see the red. I'll take some pictures on in fact, I have a white background here. Okay, there we go. You see them on a white background now. So let me know which is your favourite. Would you get a set all the same with different beads? Would you get the same beads and different charms? Would you get them all with green shamrocks but different beads, for example? Let me know what you would get, and yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Keep crafting, guys. Bye.